Hi, so my name is Samer Abdin. I'm one of the co-founders of Istikana.com. Istikana is a website for the delivery of premium Arabic TV content. So very similar to services such as Hulu in the US and Netflix and things like that. So we have a very broad selection of premium Arabic content, series, comedy, theatre, and we offer that to the region online, on demand, and across multiple devices. Well, the idea came up just because of the lack of such a service. We saw that equivalent services in UK and Europe had taken off at this point. As mentioned, things like Hulu and Netflix and of course people like YouTube, and we discussed the fact that there was no real equivalent for the Arab world with Arab content, and that's how the idea started, and that's the need we are trying to fill the need of people to watch the content that they want, when they want it, on the devices that they want. Well, I think one of the fundamental differences between our service and something like YouTube is, one, the localization issue. So on YouTube there is a plethora of content, a lot of which is international content because it is an international site. We are an Arab site with Arab content, with Arab TV content specifically. And this makes us, quite different from a service like YouTube, which is largely user-generated, versus us. We have fully produced TV shows, and we don't serve the user-generated market. That's for YouTube. We are serving the need for fully produced content, and the need of the consumer to, like I said, watch it whenever they want on the multiple devices that they have. We offer a very broad range of content. We have drama, comedy, theatre, cartoon, documentary, religious, movies. So we really do have a very broad range of content. We have thousands of hours accumulated of content online. The most popular, I'd say, is probably drama, cartoon, and documentaries. People do seem to, the drama genre in the Arab world is quite well developed from Ramadan and various other things. So people, associate with that and remember these series and do like to watch them. So in terms of country by country, we haven't seen that much of a variation really between them. I mean, most of our traffic comes from Saudi Arabia. And then it's split between the Levant and some from North Africa, and really it seems to be quite a common thing. Drama is always, drama, cartoon, documentary are really the things that are the most popular. Although there's a fair amount of viewership across the other genres as well, but there isn't really a big difference between the genres, between countries. So first, what we offer. We offer the full suite of normal web advertising, i.e. banners, and all the things that banners can do, but also the full suite of in-video advertising. So that's pre-rolls, mid-rolls. We also offer overlays, whether they be static or flash or animated, or there's a whole range there to do with the overlays. And I think the standard web advertising formats are the banners. They've been there quite a long time. The advertiser, the viewer, generally has a relatively limited engagement with the banner, which is proven by one of the standard metrics, the CTR. On banners, you'd be doing quite well if you reach somewhere in the region of 1% for a CTR on a standard banner campaign. The average is probably about half that. Whereas with video, viewers just inherently engage with moving, talking format a lot more than they do with something that is a bit more static or just purely display-based, like the banner. And this is proven, in the CTRs that we have, which are significantly higher than banners. We're talking an average of 4% and up. And it's proven in other markets that the video format is inherently more engaging and provides much better results in terms of things like overall recall, message recall, brand recall, whatever metric you want to measure the advert by, video does much better by significant orders of magnitude than the standard banner. And in fact, the online video advertising does much better than regular TV advertising. There's all sorts of research done by Nielsen, which shows that you have improvements of up to 50% in terms of the online format versus the regular TV format. So the online video is really, I think, the next wave of advertisement and brand interaction with the viewer. In terms of the reaction of viewers, has generally been quite good. We've had some feedback about the schedule, so how often we put them and how long, etc., etc., and we've taken that feedback into account and adjusted. I think it's a format that viewers are generally very used to and accept, especially for free viewing like our site is. So because it's very similar to regular TV. You watch a TV program on the regular cable TV, you watch adverts, it's a fairly normal and standard way of doing things, and that's transferred over to the web. Advertisers have been very excited by what we're doing. I think there is an issue in terms of both the awareness and the newness of in-video advertising in the region. It is really only this year that it has started to come on the map. But I think the proof is in the pudding, and when they run a campaign with us, we have proven to them that this is a very effective ad format, and so hence they come back to us and they're very, very pleased with the results. So there is a lot of growth to go, there's a lot of education to go. It is still a young market, but we're very optimistic that next year we'll see some significant growth. Two things really for the region. One is awareness, which I think just talked about, which is increasing, and it's getting there quite quickly. The second major thing, which is an issue, is the measurement problem. How to measure effectiveness and how to measure viewership beyond the standard, unique viewers, etc., etc. So to have the facility to really measure your ROI from a campaign beyond the standard things, I think does need a lot of work in the region. It needs a lot of work on regular TV, it needs a lot of work on online TV, and hopefully there have been some interesting speakers earlier today talking about some of these measurement issues, and I think they will improve, and as they improve, people will see the results and see the value in those results, and I think but I think really it's the measurement problem, is how do I measure the effectiveness of my spend, and I think with time that will improve. I think we're keeping a very close eye on that. I think there are some fairly significant barriers in the region regarding subscriptions and pay, particularly to do with payment gateways, credit card adoption, and just general culture, familiarity with these forms of payment, especially in what is acknowledged to be the most lucrative market, which is Saudi. They are relatively reluctant to use credit cards online, at least to date. They have the facility to do so, but they haven't taken it up. However, there have been some really interesting things as well coming out of Saudi with regard to gaming. A lot of Saudis pay for games, World of Warcraft and the like, and there is a growing use of SMS payment. Now obviously the economics are quite different there, because there's the operator to think about, and they do take a cut. So there are some very interesting things going on. We are keeping a very close eye on this, and when we think the time is right, then we will be eventually implementing some kind of payment infrastructure into the service. I think advertising, from the advertising point of view, there are starting to be very specialized services in the US and the UK providing very, very innovative solutions for in-video advertising. So Hulu now does pick your ad. It gives you the choice of 4 or 5 advertisements and you can choose which ad you want. In the UK they have story-based ads, so you can choose from, if it's a Nestle brand, you can choose 3-4 different stories to follow, and it starts with the pre-roll and then the mid-roll follows on the story from the pre-roll and things like this. So I think there are some very, very innovative services coming out of there which will eventually port to the region. In terms of video technology, I think that we are moving to more and more screens. So online TV will move away, not away, but will be not on the laptop alone, but will also include, it is already including mobile, iPad, it will eventually include the actual TV itself. And I think those technologies are being developed very quickly with the help of TV manufacturers and the likes of us. And eventually our service, will be on a real TV, just like, all the video services will eventually be on the TV. And I think that will be the ultimate breakthrough for services like us, because TV content belongs on the TV, ultimately.